Brilliance Audio presents the unabridged recording of The Last Pilgrim by Gard Sveen, translated by Stephen Murray, performed by Christopher Lane. Prologue. Whitsunday, June 8, 2003. Karl Oskar Krog's residence, Dr. Holmsvej, Oslo, Norway. Only when she had parked in front of the large timbered house did the young housekeeper realize that the gate up by the road had not been closed. Even so, she remained sitting in her car for almost a minute to finish listening to a song on the radio. As the song faded out, she turned off the radio, got out of the car, and looked back up the paved driveway. The wrought-iron gate stood wide open, and she hadn't opened it when she drove in. It's never left open, she thought. One thing she'd learned after almost a year of having Karl Oskar Krog on her client list was that he was a stickler on that point. The first question he'd asked her when she arrived was whether she'd remembered to close the gate behind her. And the same reminder was always repeated as she left for the day. You must remember to close the gate behind you. And the dog, she thought. Where's the dog? The frisky English setter, which still scared her a little, hadn't barked or yanked on its chain in the backyard. The dog always made its presence known, excited to go out for the day's long walk as soon as she got out of her car. The housekeeper turned toward the house. She slammed the car door a little too hard. The metallic thunk rang in her ears before everything went quiet around her, quieter than before. And so much warmer, she thought. The sudden heat wave that had descended upon the city yesterday no longer seemed pleasant, but unbearable. After she had rung the doorbell twice, there was no longer any doubt. Something was wrong. She had a creepy feeling that somebody had quite recently, only a few minutes ago, stood on the stairs just as she was now. Someone who didn't belong there. She rang the doorbell again. "Herr Krog?" she called out. "Karl Oskar?" Finally, she put her hand on the heavy door handle, locked. As she turned around, she silently cursed this huge, lonely property, and the tall spruce trees forming a windbreak that blocked any view from outside. It was as though she was all alone in the world. Not a soul would hear her if she...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?